Hi, I'm Martin Peterson. I'm a practicing attorney and I've practiced for more than 20 years in the field of personal injuries. That is, in claims where people have sustained damages as a result of bodily injuries. I want to take some time to tell you about the drastic changes to the Road Accident Fund Act, which are having, have had, and will have a drastic impact on the claims of those unfortunate enough to have sustained bodily injuries in a motor vehicle accident. And I also want to tell you about the opportunity you have to ensure that you and your family escape the consequences, and they are very severe consequences, of the recent changes to the Road Accident Fund Act. As you probably know, the Road Accident Fund was established in order to compensate those who have suffered damages as a result of injuries sustained by them in a motor vehicle accident caused by the negligence of the driver or owner of that vehicle. Subject to certain exceptions, the Road Accident Fund used to make payment of all such damages, that is, a full claim for past and future hospital, medical and related expenses, and also what lawyers call general damages, that is, a claim for pain, suffering, discomfort and disability. And most importantly for the purposes of this discussion, the fund would also make full payment for past and future loss of earnings if you were injured in an accident, and in the case of your becoming deceased in the accident, the full claim of your dependents for loss of support. To any person who has suffered a total loss of earning capacity, this is a most serious loss with very severe implications. And a partial loss, even if it is only temporary, can have equally serious implications. It is easy to understand that such a claim can run into multiple millions of rands. The recent amendments to the Road Accident Fund Act, which came into effect on the 1st of August 2008 and which were upheld by the Constitutional Court in November 2010, have had the effect of drastically reducing the amount of damages recoverable by those injured in motor vehicle accidents. The Act as amended makes allowance for only an annual amount of 189,000 Rand claimable in respect of loss of earnings or loss of support, although this amount is periodically adjusted in order to allow for the effects of inflation. Furthermore, as a result of the 2008 amendments to the Road Accident Fund Act, there is no longer any common law recourse against the negligent owner or driver of the motor vehicle for those damages which are not recoverable from the Road Accident Fund, unlike the position before 2008 and unlike the situation in most developed countries. Clearly, to a person earning less than 189,000 Rand per annum who suffers an injury and has a valid claim against the Road Accident Fund, this is not a problem. But if you earn more than 189,000 Rand and suffer a loss of earning capacity, then, unless you have a very substantial capital base or have somehow made appropriate provision for such a devastating event, then you and your family have a very big problem. A problem that can have devastating financial consequences for you and your family, and all that that implies. That is truly a scenario too ghastly to contemplate. Bear in mind that about 14,000 people lose their lives on South African roads each year. That is the equivalent of 65 fully laden Boeing 737s going down each year with complete loss of life. That is, one every 6 days. Ask yourself, would I fly on a 737 if that were the case? But we have to use motor transport, and we need to make suitable arrangements. A true perspective of the carnage on our roads is gained when one considers that as many people are killed on South African roads during the end-of-year holidays as in the United Kingdom in an entire year. There are 10 million cars on South African roads, 31 million in the UK. If one measures motor vehicle fatalities by using deaths per 100,000 vehicles on the road, we see that in Turkey there are 97 deaths for every 100,000 vehicles per annum. In Mexico, it's 78. In Brazil, 71. In Kuwait, 33. New Zealand, 11. Australia, 8. And in South Africa, 208. And it's not just fatalities. About 280,000 people are injured on South African roads every year. Truly, we have a major problem on our roads. We at Vehicle Injury Protection have given much thought to finding a solution to this problem, and we are very proud to offer, in conjunction with Infinity Insurance and with Lloyd's of London, a product that has been developed especially to cater for the needs of those who need to deal with the adverse effects of the amendments to the Road Accident Fund Act. This product will give you and your family the security and financial peace of mind that the amendments have taken away. As a family man myself, who has spent a career involved in dealing with the carnage on South African roads, I know that this is the financial security and peace of mind that we all need and that we all demand. This product is available in two formats, a basic option and a comprehensive option. Our basic option offers, at an extremely modest premium, cover up to 600,000 Rand for proven loss of earnings or loss of support suffered by you or your family as a result of your being injured or becoming deceased in a motor accident. Our comprehensive option, also at a very reasonable premium, offers cover up to 20 million Rand for loss of earnings you may suffer as a result of injuries you sustain in a motor accident, and also up to 20 million Rand for any loss of support which your dependents may suffer as a result of your becoming deceased in a motor accident. In addition, we offer cover up to 2.5 million Rand for any loss of earnings or loss of earning capacity which your nominated dependent may suffer as a result of serious injury sustained in an accident. What is more, this cover is offered irrespective of whose fault the accident giving rise to the injury or death is. I am sure that, given the alarming legislative changes that I have described and the horrifying situation on our roads, you will agree that the cover that we offer is simply a must-have for those of us who are serious about protecting our income and protecting our family in the event of injury or death in a motor vehicle accident. For further information, please contact your nearest approved broker, of whom particulars appear on our website www.vipinsure.co.za, or call us on 0800 847 847 and we will refer you to a broker who can assist you to obtain cover.